Bonjour et bienvenue sur ma chaîne Darlene dans le Dordogne. Today's episode is all about the must-see sites in the famous Dordogne Department. And how better to see those sites than through first-hand experience. Cue my sister, Tanya. My twin sister Tanya visited last month and stayed for 2 weeks here in my hometown of Dordogne in the south of France. It was her first time to France. And she was beyond excited to see me, of course, but also beautiful France and everything there is to offer here. So the day had arrived and I travelled 5 hours on the train to meet Tanya in Paris. She had flown in 2.5 hours before my arrival, which gave her a chance to walk the streets and see the famous sights. Bonjour, bonjour. I have just arrived in Paris and I've met my sister. She's already checked out all the major sites without me. I can't believe it. But we found this fantastic cafe, restaurant called Romantic Cafe, and we've had the most incredible lunch and a bottle of wine. Well, bonjour, Twinnie.
Oh, bonjour, darling.
Comment allez-vous?
Je m'appelle Tanya. Sweetie, now is not the time. I've had half a bottle of wine and limoncello.
We had 3 days in Paris, so time was limited and therefore very precious. And so I suggested the following sites as a must-see. But what can you actually achieve in 3 days? Why don't I let my sister explain further?
There are so many to choose from, but first on the list of places to visit in Paris for me was the iconic Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower was built in 1889 and is not surprisingly the most visited monument in the world. It's 81 stories high and the views from the top were absolutely breathtaking. So next, of course, was the Louvre, which is the largest museum in the world at 13.5 kilometres long. I didn't have time to enter it, but I'll definitely be dedicating a day to it next time when I return to France.
Stop, Musée du Louvre. Next stop, Musée du Louvre.
Are you happy?
Where?
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 Oh, you've been cool happy. Where? Means yeah. Yeah.
See the bride.
Yeah. She's beautiful.
She is.
It makes me want to come to Paris with my husband and renew our vows here and buy a really big sparkly dress like that. Why don't we do a joint ceremony? Renewal ceremony.
That'd be very special.
Are you being shy?
Yes.
Oh, sis! I love you. Come here. I'm going to get both of us in frame.
Bisou, bisou.
What do you make of your first time to Paris? Are you happy?
Oh, I'm amazed it's taken me this long.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
It's incredible.
And what's been your favourite thing so far? 2 days. You said yesterday you'd be content to even head home after 1 day here.
Yeah, I think I've ticked the items off my bucket list. Arc de Triomphe, Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. Next was the Notre Dame, which had just been reopened earlier this year after the huge fire that devastated it in 2019. Darlene actually managed to find the exact centre of Paris, which is marked by a brass plate that is set rather unremarkably into the concrete of the square. Next was Galeries Lafayette fashion department store, which is located in one of the most iconic architectural monuments in Paris, primarily due to its Art Nouveau dome. and then we caught the hop-on, hop-off bus to the Latin Quarter. Wow! Situated on the left bank of the River Seine and one of the oldest districts in Paris, it was truly a feast for the eyes. But I must say our cruise on the River Seine was another amazing highlight. We enjoyed stunning cuisine and wine while we cruised up and down the river, admiring all the landmarks of Paris.
Hello, beautiful lady.
Hello, beautiful girl.
Hey, Tan.
Yeah.
How did we end up here at the best seat in the house at the front of the boat?
You know, I just worked my magic and I ordered the best seat in the house.
Yeah. You used your powers of persuasion?
Yes, that's right.
Yes?
Because I have a certain je ne sais quoi.
Oh, the je ne sais quoi. Does that mean exactly?
I don't know what.
I don't know what. Darling, well, what I do know is this is going to be an incredible night. Now, we are still docked, that's correct. And we are now onto our second glass of wine. Well, our first of red wine.
And our fifth glass of alcohol.
Escargot for the lady. Merci beaucoup. And some foie gras for moi. We've disembarked. And we're off on our river cruise in the most beautiful city in the world. We've just sailed past the Jardin des Tuileries and we are now at the beginning of the Louvre. It's 8:45 at night, the sun is setting, the light is just divine. And we couldn't ask for better weather or a better evening. We're about to be served our main course this evening. And that is incredible live music being played behind us, a pianist and a violinist. Isn't that incredible? The moment we've been waiting for, the lights of the Eiffel Tower have just come on, which was about, what, maybe 10 minutes ago, and it's now 10:05. And the lights now sparkle every hour on the hour for 5 minutes until about 2 in the morning. Why are you trying to tell me to shut up? I'm a content creator. So we crashed a party. We found a party, an absolute banger of a party with free alcohol everywhere. A-list guest list. We're just trying to be discreet because we don't want to attract too much attention. But here we are on a boat at a freaking party of someone we have no clue of. Yeah, lady. Play cool, okay? Just play cool. Oh no.
If I was to describe the personality of Paris, it would be confident, cool and collected. Glamorous, sophisticated and friendly with a laid-back self-assuredness. Paris is so cool, it doesn't have to prove itself to anybody. So after 3 fabulous days of eating, drinking and being merry, it was time to board our train for Dordogne.
Try to go our separate ways, but I come back, it's true. Maybe we're both missing out on life, playing by the rules. What if
5 hours later, our lovely chauffeur, aka Darlene's hubby Sean, picked us up and we drove the short distance to Dordogne. I must say it felt surreal driving through the main street and into their driveway, another pinch me moment. Soon I was in their maison, seeing firsthand all their renovation efforts. They certainly make a great team. After greeting Chewy, Macy and Casper, it was then time to choose between the pink guest room and the blue guest room. A tough decision, but in the end, I chose the pink guest room on the lower level due to its close proximity to the guest bathroom.
So now it was time to show my sister around this beautiful part of the world. Even though Tanya had roughly 10 days in the Dordogne, I still had to be selective with what to show her. Plus, I didn't want to wear her out as she had already travelled 30 plus hours to get here, and she was also taking annual leave, and obviously she wanted to rest and relax before returning to work. Therefore, I decided to show her the top 5 sites in my local area. Starting with the beautiful Sala la Canida, better known as Sala. Sala is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and strolling through the narrow streets, you get to admire the magnificent medieval golden stone buildings, including the St. Marie Church. The markets are also famous in this region for their delicacies, like foie gras and cheese. But know that it is the second most visited place in France and can attract up to 2 million visitors in the peak season of July and August. I felt the next most beautiful thing to see and enjoy was to take my sister to the Baynac Castle, also known as Chateau Baynac. So off we went again for more sightseeing. The castle was built in the 12th century and was used as French stronghold during the 100 Years' War. To visit Baynac is to cross 5 centuries of the history of France, in the footsteps of Richard the Lionheart and Eleanor of Aquitaine. The architecture of this chateau consists of cylindrical towers and ramparts, offering panoramic views of the Dordogne River. It stands 152 metres high, and it is quite a formidable and feared fortress. For those wishing to climb to the top, I'd recommend that you have an intermediate level of fitness. It's not easy. And next, the Chateau de Milan, built in the 15th century. It is the famous home of Josephine Baker, an international American star of the Roaring Twenties. She was known as the Black Venus and made headlines for performing in a simple belt of bananas. It is set in beautifully landscaped grounds and has a good bistro. Basically, it's a fantastic place to visit for a day trip. Tanya particularly loved this chateau. Incredibly, it's only 10 kilometres down the road from our little house here in Daglon. Not only are the grounds spectacular, but they also have a bird of prey show twice a day in the peak season.
C'est-à-dire que le plomb a été définitivement interdit à l'usage de la chasse. Du coup, le plomb, il a retrouvé une population très stable et ne risque plus de disparaître. Les Américains auront donc réussi à sauver leur embellie. Et sachez que chaque continent possède son propre aigle pêcheur. En ce qui concerne le continent européen, et il s'agira cette fois-ci du pigargue à queue blanche, un oiseau malheureusement beaucoup plus rare que celui-ci, géospace beaucoup plus vaste aux États-Unis qu'ici en Europe. Même si en France, il est tout à fait possible de l'observer depuis quelques mois. Il ne faut pas être
And then a couple of kilometres to the west are the Marquesac Gardens. Listed as a National Historical Monument surrounding a stone-tiled chateau from the early 19th century, the romantic and picturesque Marquesac Gardens offer over 6 kilometres of pathways surrounded by over 150,000 hand-pruned boxwoods. It is situated on a rocky spur, and the viewpoint offers one of the most impressive panoramic views of the Dordogne Valley. We happen to have visited Marquesac Gardens at that time of year, and it's only a couple of times a year that they do this, but the gardeners are busy pruning the beautiful hedges here, the topiary hedges, and it's really quite magnificent to watch, as is watching the fascination of my sister walking around and around taking thousands of photos of her time here in France. She is just loving it. It really is a magical place. This was a particularly enjoyable day, a little more relaxing than some of the other locations we had visited.
Oh, look at you. Shaking your tail feather. Oh my gosh, so funny. So funny.
And Tanya and I were able to gossip whilst walking around the many, many paths and catching up on life. The Dordogne is one of France's main rivers for canoeing and kayaking. It's 130 miles long and framed with walnut orchards, medieval hilltop villages, fields of sunflowers, and incredible views. There are a lot of canoe rental companies in our local vicinity. On this particular day, we went to the canoe company at Baytrack. We then proceeded to paddle 16 kilometres past all of the castles in the region, which there are 5 of, and finished up just after Baynac. It was a really fun day out.
I'm so impressed with the way Darlene and Sean have forged wonderful connections with the local community, working hard to speak the language and immerse themselves in local projects and endeavours.
It's for my YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Pendant la Bastille, le peuple se libère du joug de la monarchie et devient acteur de son destin.
So much history and beauty everywhere you look. Our 16-kilometre paddle down the Dordogne River was also a fun way to enjoy the stunning views of the Périgord Noir. I miss Darlene every day, but after my trip, I can certainly understand why she's embarked on this amazing adventure with Sean in the south of France.
So the time's come. We're at the, what is it, Saint-Jean?
Saint-Jean
Gare?
train station.
And in Bordeaux, and it's time to say goodbye to this beautiful girl, my doppelganger, my beautiful twin sister, my little sister, petite sœur. Have you had an amazing time?
Yes, it's been très content and bon and sensational.
Okay, well, this is where we depart. So it's been an amazing time. I'm so thrilled that you made it here. After 2 years of living in France, we tried to show you the most incredible places in our region. So
And it's been amazing, and
Yeah.
you've been an amazing tour guide, and I've enjoyed every moment.
yeah, so anyway, we're going to have a little teary departure kiss and cuddle now. So yeah, anyway, that's that, and
Bonne journée.
bonne journée,
Au revoir.
mes amis. There's more to this story, including many bloopers. I'm sorry, Tan, but I'm going to have to share those in part 2. To all you lovely people still watching, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the highlights from my sister's holiday here. So, next time you visit France, consider travelling to this beautiful part of the world. You certainly won't regret it. A bientôt!